The Annotate tool on Zoom. Some people love it and use it all the time. Some people wish it never existed. How can I turn this thing off? And others have never tried it. When you're sharing your screen, there's an Annotate tool on the top if you've gone to Settings and turn it on. So for example, if you go to zoom.us and log in and choose your settings, there's an annotation where you can slide this on or off. Now there's a couple of things I'd like you to be aware of that you can change during a meeting. So for example, if I'm sharing my screen and I have this little black bar at the top that says More, I can click on this and I can disable annotation for others. So if others are writing on my screen and I don't want them to, I can quickly disable that. Or if I have it disabled and want to turn it on for them, I can do the opposite. And I can also have the names shown or hidden of who's doing the annotation. For example, if one of my students were marking something on the screen, it would say who did it. Now, if I click on the Annotate tool as the teacher, and these are the tools that I have as well as the students too, and I'm going to use the mouse when I want to move around on my computer. So if I need to switch slides or something like that. I use the select if I want to select something's on the screen and then I want to be able to move it around. I can do that as well. Obviously my text tool, draw, and then there's a stamp tool. I want to spend a little bit of time on the stamp tool because there are some different ways that you can use this to be able to get students to participate. One example is a game you may have played called Two Truths and a Lie. And we often do that as icebreakers, but you can do that with content as well. So for example, if you present two truths and a lie in relation to content, then you could have your participants in your meeting use the stamp tool and you could tell them which one to choose, and then they could choose which one they think is the lie. And after everyone has voted or put their marks on here, then you could go in and discuss why they got the answers that they did. Now, if you want to take this even a step further, because this is the consumption part, you could actually have students create the two truths and a lie. It takes more complex thinking to come up with a lie that is very close to the truth, so it's not an obvious lie, and that could come up with part of their thinking and learning about your content. Then you could use those to play an activity as a group. Another one that you sometimes play already, especially with math, is which one doesn't belong. And you could have something similar on the screen and students could annotate which one they thought didn't belong by using the stamp tool. When you have items on your screen that you no longer want, you can do clear, and you can clear all drawings or just my drawings or the viewer's drawings if someone else had been drawing on there. I do recommend, just like the first time we ever tried a Google Doc, that the first time you do it with students, that you may want to let them just try the annotation tool and try some of the different things that are out there so they kind of get it out of their system, and then set up your rules for how you want to allow them to annotate or when they can annotate, and just set those expectations right up front so every time that you want to do this, you can. As a teacher, you can actually save these. This shows up in your Zoom folder on your documents. So if you were doing some kind of a voting situation and you needed to know the results for later, you could actually save those and have those brought up later.